Good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to show you how to do our reading assignment for today. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so that I can read our passage a lot easier. Then my next step is I need to click the microphone to record myself reading. So I'm not going to click it right this second because I tried doing that a minute ago and it threw off my recording. I think there was too much going on, but remember to click this. Okay, so I'm going to use my arrow and show you to click this button. Whoops, click it. So this is your first step, okay? So you're going to click that button and I'm going to read it to you right now and you're going to read it after you click the microphone button so I can hear you reading it, okay? Termite Mounds by Madeline Clark. Termites are insects that live together in nests. Some termites are called mound builders. They build their nests from mounds of clay. Some of these mounds are more like towers. They stand almost 35 feet tall. Mound builders are found in Africa and Australia. They are also in parts of South America. Other animals use these termite mounds too. Some wait until the termites move away. Others ignore the termites and use the mound anyway. So down here in our close reader habits, it tells us, how do other animals use termite mounds? Underline some of the different ways. This is important because on page 3, we need to answer that question. So it's telling us that other animals use these termite mounds, but it hasn't told us which ones yet. When I find the ones that use these termite mounds, I'm going to underline it, or I can highlight it using my highlighting tool. Termite mounds are usually the highest place around. Cheetahs often use the mound as a lookout point. Oh, so cheetahs use them. That's very interesting. They climb to the top of the mound, and there they keep an eye out for their next meal. So since termite mounds are usually the highest place, it makes sense that cheetahs want to go up there so that they can see everything to try and find their food. Sometimes the termites move on to a new nest. That's good news for many other animals. These animals know how to put an empty termite mound to good use. Some animals make their empty nest, their new home. Mongooses are small animals in Africa. They make a hole in the mound to get inside. The termite mound keeps them safe from other animals. You can see this picture here. This is a termite mound. It's really tall. So they make a hole right here so that way they can stay in there and shelter. Snakes also use an empty termite mound to make as a home. Termite mounds also come in handy for large animals. Elephants and rhinos use them as scratching posts. You guys have seen the Jungle Book, the classic one that was made in like 1960 something. And remember how Baloo scratches up against a big tree? That's what they do too. They rub up against it so it scratches them. Bug bites and dry mud can make any creature itchy. These large animals stand near a mound and rub against them. Sometimes they even stand over the mound to scratch their bellies. So all of these highlighted things, it's really important that if you need to pause now to highlight them or to write them down, to do that, okay? Because you're going to want these for page 3. So now I'm going to click page 2 and I'm going to answer my questions. Again, I'm going to zoom in so that I can read them easier. This question is 2 parts. Answer part A and then part B. Remember how we talked in our morning meeting? It's really important that you think of these 2 questions as being part of the same question, because on a test, you will get points only if you answer both of them correctly, okay? So why do cheetahs climb up termite mounds? And we highlighted it. So I'm going to go back and look at it. And I can click page 1 and my highlighting is still there. It says that cheetahs often use the mounds as a lookout point. So why do cheetahs climb up termite mounds? They can see farther to find animals to hunt. They can sleep safely on top of the termite mounds. They can use the termite mounds as scratching posts, or they can call to each other more easily. Remember I talked about they want to see their next meal. They're hungry, so they're going to use them to see farther. Which sentence from the passage best supports that answer? So this one has to go with the one I chose. Other animals in the area use termite mounds too. It's true, but it doesn't tell me why the cheetahs use it. There, they keep an eye out for their next meal. That lets me know, but I always look at all of my choices first. Some animals make the empty nest their new home. Cheetahs don't make it their home. And others ignore the termites and use the mound anyway. Well, they might, but that's not the one that best supports it. The answer would be B. They want to keep a lookout for their next meal. And 2, Which questions can be answered by reading paragraph 5? I don't remember what paragraph 5 said. Let's go back and reread. So I click page 1. Paragraph 5. Some animals make the empty nest their new home. Mongooses are small animals in Africa. They make a hole in the mounds to get inside. The termite mounds keep them safe from other animals. Snakes also use an empty termite mound as a home. Okay, so now I remember what paragraph 5 is about. What question can we answer after reading that? How tall is the termite mound? Did it tell us how tall it was in that paragraph? Nope, it told us earlier. Why do mongooses move into termite mounds? Yeah, it tells me that they need it for a home. So it could be B. What large animals use termite mounds? Well, it talks about mongooses and it says that they're small. It talks about snakes that are usually pretty small. So it talks about the small animals, not the large ones. And what animals are mound builders? It doesn't explain that part to me. So question B would be the one that we answered. Why do mongooses move into termite mounds? Because they want to make it their new home to keep them safe from predators. So that's this page. Super easy. Page 3, you're going to talk about the different animals that they used termite mounds for. So I'm going to click my text box. And I can, I'm going to make it kind of smaller. Let me move it so that it'll fit on these lines a little bit. And then I can add more. It'll expand when I need it to. So why are termite mounds important to so many animals? Many animals use termite mounds for homes, to stay safe from predators, and also to use as a lookout point. And then I can list some of the animals. Cheetahs use them to stand on top of to see far away. Mongooses use them to hide from predators. Finally, elephants, do you guys remember what they use them for? They use them for a scratching post. Use the mounds as a scratching post. So for this one, you need 3 animals. It does not have to be the same 3 as mine. In fact, I would love for it to be different. I used cheetahs, mongooses, and elephants. But there's also snakes. It talked about rhinos. It talked about termites, use them as their home, right? That's an animal too. There's lots of different animals in this article that you can use, okay? But you need 3 animals, 3 different ones. And then that's it. See, that wasn't so bad after all. It looks like hard work because it's 3 pages, but it's really not too bad. So remember, microphone first, read the story, then turn the mic off. Make sure you highlight what I have highlighted. So if you need to pause right now to make sure you've got that written down, make sure you do that, okay? Then page 2, questions. Don't worry about the talk and the short response like we said in morning meeting. Those are things that we would do in class, and the short response you're actually going to do on page 3. Okay? All right. If you guys still have questions, make sure you message me and let me know so I can help you. Okay? I'll see you later.